All right. It is finally Friday.
Took all week to
Took
get
the
here.
whole week to get here. Normally, I have a really nice sunrise when I'm coming into work.
Not
Not
today.
today, and I was okay with it because I saw some darker clouds.
And there will be a few sprinkles of rain today. I mean, nothing
Okay.
that's going to green up a lawn.
No.
But
But still, we'll take anything at this point. I feel like.
we do have the chance over the next 5 days. So, it's looking promising as far as rainfall is concerned. Let's take a look at the rainfall for the month of June. And this is no surprise. Most of us, it has been a quarter of an inch of rain or less. Normally, at this point in the month, we would have over 2.5 inches of rain. So, no surprise, it has been a dry June. But hey, we look at the 5-day rainfall forecast. And this is kind of promising. It now has an inch or more of rain over the next 5 days. And today there are some sprinkles in the forecast, but sprinkles kind of the key term. They'll move into the area early afternoon, I think, would be the most likely time. And notice not too far to the west of Lansing and Jackson, may not be any rain at all. Saturday's a dry day, so if you have some outdoor plans this weekend, you want to get those done Saturday. Sunday, it's not raining the entire time, but there will be some showers and storms coming in, and then we have some rain on Monday, and the rain should wind down on Tuesday. So, I mean, the weekend, not a washout, but we do have some much needed rain in the forecast. So, I mean, it's kind of, good all the way around. I guess we could look at it. Here's a look at our Meridian Company US 127 Skycam. And yes, we do have the clouds over the area, and today will be a cloudy day for us. These clouds are actually with a storm system that is in Ohio right now. It's been kind of creeping to the northwest. It should turn around and work its way off to the east tonight. So here is a look at the satellite and the radar. It's showing clouds. You can see there are a few sprinkles of rain over in the eastern part of Michigan, and they are trying to move our way. Now, they are hitting up against some dry air, and most of that will fall apart, but we should be able to see at least a few sprinkles of rain as we hit the afternoon hours today. We run through the hour-by-hour forecast, stopping at noon, showing some rain here and there across the area. As the afternoon wears on, well, about the time most folks are driving home from work, that should all just pretty much fizzle out. We're talking a tenth of an inch of rain or less today, but some of those heavier amounts moving in for Sunday, Monday, and winding down on Tuesday. So the next 12 hours, lots of clouds for us today. 72 at 10 a.m. We are right around 75 at noon. We have some showers, 74 at 4 in the afternoon, and we are sitting around 74 at 8 o'clock this evening. Saturday, again, if you have some outdoor plans this weekend, Saturday's kind of your day with partly cloudy skies. We should see a high right around 87 degrees. Sunday, some showers and thunderstorms moving in, and we're going to have to watch any storms Sunday afternoon because there could be potentially a couple of gusty storms in the area. So stay alert. We'll keep you posted on that as we head towards Sunday. We have some rain in the area Monday. Monday's high 75, and then the rain winds down on Tuesday. 73, our expected high temperature on Tuesday. Remember, you can always check out the radar.
Here's how you can
well,
stay up to date.
You were running all over the room and doing
wasn't.
stuff. Yes,
No,
you were.
I
I've got a fink on you here, and you weren't running to get your phone to download the first alert weather app.
Because I already have it.
Okay, I was kind of stretching like I don't know which button to push.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do.
We do have a question really quick.
Okay.
Kelly wants to know what is Wednesday, I'm assuming next weekend, Wednesday through Sunday looking up north near the Mecosta area next week.
Next week, I think Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are dry. Might be some showers around next weekend. So,
Okay, so
we're not
it'll start
talking
out dry.
tomorrow and Sunday,
Right.
but the following weekend. It looks, and that's a long way out, and the forecast still change many times. But, I think initially it should be okay the end of next week.
Well, here's a good thing for you, Kelly. If you have the First Alert Weather app and you allow it to, it will actually share your location and you can get the weather right up there.
And even if you don't want to do that, you can just type in where you're going
Right.
because it'll do a search and it will pull up, let's say, the Big Rapids forecast or Traverse City.
I'm gonna
If
do
you're
that
saying,
right now.
hey, I don't want my phone following me around, you can, type it in manually.
So I'm going to Seven Lakes State Park.
Okay.
And so up at the top, It was Lansing. 'Cause
It
that's
was
where we're
Lansing
at.
because that's where we are right now. If you
So I'm going to put
you
in Fenton,
Okay,
Michigan. There we go.
and there it is.
There it is. That easy.
Pretty quick. So
Yeah.
anyway, you find it Google Play and the Apple App Store. It's free.
Knock
Search for
my phone
WILX weather. Comes in real handy when you're on vacation.
It does.
You know, I was in all the state parks last
That's right.
week, and it helped out quite a bit.
All right.
If I had a cell signal, because some places didn't.
You don't mean to tell me the Grand Canyon doesn't have a cell signal?
Well,
Come on.
Grand Canyon was okay, but there were some of the other ones. It was sketchy, folks. Let's just put it that way. You know, it's like, really, does 3G still exist? And what's LTE? It's not good. Let's put it that way.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Darrin. We appreciate it. We're going to have more from the First Alert Weather Team throughout the day. I believe I saw Colton coming in here a little bit ago, so he will have more. He probably has some data.
Oh, yes, it's cloudy outside. It is a Friday.
We know he loves his data.
He does.
He can't hear me, so. Good. All right. Well, I am now joined by Taylor Gattoni from News 10 today at 11 and First at 4. How are
Happy
you?
Friday. You know, I'm good. I was telling a few of our coworkers while walking in. Today was the type of morning I wanted to sit out on my porch, make some tea, and just read a book. But that's okay.
know.
We'll do that later. We are here right now. But that's the kind of energy.
I know. I was like, I want to see my little duckies out in my pond and like just, it would have been perfect. But we'll get it eventually.
I get it. I was going to say, you know, we have this whole weekend with some of those rain chances like Darrin was talking about. And so even though we don't get the sun, usually during the summer we love the sun. But right now I'm like, thank goodness we're getting the rain.
You know,
I'm, like,
I need a
crazy.
rainy day so that I have an excuse to do nothing. And yeah, exactly.
Adulting.
I need an excuse to just stay in the house and clean up, and I haven't had one lately. So, and hopefully it doesn't rain out the celebrity softball game tonight.
No, actually, there are a few things happening this weekend, per usual. There always are things happening. I know that we interviewed Cameo King yesterday for Mid-Michigan Matters, and so talking about the Black Girl Day of Play, it starts today, goes this whole weekend. So hopefully that's okay. It's on the state capitol lawn. And what else? What else is happening?
There's a lot
Oh,
happening.
Frankenfest, which Claudia was talking about. I know. I actually wrote those to my calendar because I want to go to them tomorrow.
too.
It'll be fun.
All right, well, we're going to take a look at some of your headlines that you need to start your Friday as you kick off your weekend. And first, something that actually broke yesterday, but people are still talking about, and I believe they will be talking about for quite
Well, we've
a
been
long
talking about it since it
time.
happened.
The Ocean Gate tourist mission that left on Sunday to see ruins of the Titanic that has now been deemed to have been lost.
Yeah.
And all 5 aboard are believed to be dead.
Yeah, and so now authorities have confirmed that debris of the missing mini
know, I
sub
spelled
has
it
been
wrong.
found of the ocean floor, and that the 5 people on board have all died. Now, the U.S. Coast Guard says the submersible apparently suffered a catastrophic implosion, and pieces of the sub fell down to the seabed about 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic. Now, the U.S. Navy says they detected the possible implosion at around the same time the mini sub lost communications, but that was not definitive. Now, an official from Ocean Gate says that a submersible imploding underwater is a known risk for ocean explorers.
It is. And there was actually a lot of talk about the risks that were known and the risks that were not known and whether or not it met certain regulations and maritime laws. There's going to be a lot of follow-up from this, I think, about making sure things are safe for commercial tourism and just everyday.
Testing it out. Again, 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic. And you're talking about all of the pressure and the darkness. And of course, when you go in a body of water, you know the deeper you go, it gets colder down there.
Yeah.
And so imagine that far down. It's a scary thought.
It's a scary thought. It's a sad story. Thankfully now everybody has their answers, though. That's the other thing, is people really wanted their answers.
You feel for the families.
You do. Well, if you are a Consumers Energy customer, you may want to listen up to this.
You will want to listen up to this. So we have a scam alert from Consumers Energy this morning, and the energy company says scammers are tricking customers into calling bogus phone numbers and pretending to be representatives of the company so that they can get your hands on your credit card and bank account information. That is not good. Consumers says once scammers get customers on the phone, they tell them they have an outstanding balance or they request a payment to start a new account. So the utility company says it will never ask for credit card information over the phone. Instead, it will transfer you to a secure system for payments. If you need to contact the company, you're encouraged to call that number on your screen. That is 477-5050. Now, if someone is asking for personal information and says they're from consumers, hang up the phone. Do not give them any sort of information.
And instead, I would say call that number and make sure that they know you were on the other end of that call so they're aware of it as well.
Yeah.
So just make sure that everything is good and just don't be part of a scam.
Yeah, don't give away your personal information like that.
Make
Nope.
sure it's legit. Well, if you are like me and you love Detroit style pizza, it's a good day for you.
Oh, yes. Today, Buddy's Pizza is giving away
Oh no, I don't have any
year
video of it.
supply. Oh, we want to show this.
I know.
All right,
Okay.
then we're just going to have to get
I'll
really
find some.
energetic.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, Buddy's Pizza giving away a year supply of free pizza. I will say it again, free pizza to the first 77 people in line at its Okemos restaurant to celebrate the restaurant's 77th anniversary. Okay, what are we doing here? We need
I
to
don't-
hop in line.
Well, we have a photographer going. His name is Brandon. He's going to be there. Actually, you know what?
maybe-
It's good I'm not showing pizza because I would be very hungry right now. Anyway,
I am
it's
hungry
Detroit
right
style
now. I'm even
pizza.
hungrier.
I'm trying to at least find something.
That's okay. I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
So not only does the community have a chance to get the free pizza, but the community also has a chance to support a great cause through this. Again, it is Buddy's Pizza's 77th anniversary. That's why the first 77 people get a free year supply of pizza. Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. Who wouldn't want that? Well, with every pizza that is sold
The story's on our
today-
website.
Yummy.
I found it.
Look at that.
There we go.
You know, I made some pizza yesterday,
Look at that
but it's nowhere
crust.
as good as that. That is
Oh.
crunchy crust. All right, with every
Yes.
pizza that is sold today, Buddies will donate $1 to the Salvation Army, which provides resources to people in need. They provide homeless shelters, food pantries, and so much more. And you can get your free pizza starting at 10:30 this morning. How much time? That's like 2 hours. Less than that.
And like I said, we do have a photographer going, and it's not that I told him he can't come back unless he has pizza, but he really should bring
You
back
better
pizza.
be one of the first 77.
You better be in the first.
We want the pizza. Okay.
Well, are you a Star Wars fan?
I am a Star Wars fan. In fact, I was just talking to Jess.
I
who's like the
thought
biggest
that's what you
Star
guys
Wars
were
fan.
talking about.
That was part of the conversation. It always is.
Well, if you are a Star Wars fan, you're going to want to pay attention to this because the white Princess Leia gown that Carrie Fisher wore at the final scene, the Medal of Honor scene in A New Hope from the 1977 movie, you might be able to get it. If
All right,
you've got like $2 million.
Yeah, I was going to say wait for the price, but here we go. It's estimated. It's so beautiful. You know, if someone has $2 million they'd like to lend to me, definitely that'd be great. It's estimated to sell for up to $2 million when bidding closes on June 28th. So what day is it? June 23rd? You've got
Yep.
5 days. It is reportedly the only Princess Leia costume known to still exist from the original film, hence why it's so pricey. And Princess Leia wore it, Carrie Fisher, there you go. Costume designer John Mallow created the gown and went on to win an Oscar in 1978 for his work on the film. Now, Fisher wore the gown during the film's final scene while in the throne room as she bestowed Luke Skywalker and Han Solo their medals of honor.
You see my note in the script right there?
And still think Chewbacca should have gotten one too. Honestly, he should have gotten one.
It's one of the great debates in cinematic history is
Chewie.
whether or not Chewie should have got one of those medals as well. But we'll talk about that in the
He's
control
just
room.
so good at self-expression with only being able to vocalize, one
But you know.
sound. You know what he's saying.
know,
That's how good of a
exactly.
communicator he is.
Exactly.
He deserves that. You let us know.
Listen, did Chewie deserve a medal or no? I'm going to put that poll on our homepage, actually. But can you tell us what's coming up on News 10 today at 11? I don't have this full screen for it.
That is okay.
Like the other one.
That's all right. There's a lot going on. 3 apprentices will sign on to an award-winning apprenticeship program at a special signing ceremony. Also, tomorrow marks 1 year since the Supreme Court decision.
Of the Dobbs decision.
There you go. The
Yeah,
Dobbs
sorry,
decision.
I didn't put that in
Very
there.
good. Dobbs decision. Now, to mark the occasion, President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris are set to join key reproductive groups today. And if you're looking for something fun to do this
We were just talking about it.
Here's another event. Well, you may want to head to Meridian Township to celebrate the Meridian Festival. We have details on that celebration coming up News 10 today at 11. And don't forget, we are back here for News 10 Plus at 2 o'clock, followed by Studio 10 at 3, First at 4. And then while we are here for News 10 Plus at 2 o'clock, we'll be talking about the First Alert forecast. Pretty sure we'll have more of those rain chances kind of moving in. I was looking at the First Alert weather app this morning. I always do. And what else was I saying? Oh, what to expect on Studio 10. And First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news.
And if you want to be like Kelly and ask questions of our First Alert Weather team during the live stream, you can join us on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And we have the chat right here where we can ask, see your questions and give you the answers that you need. And also, I want to show something else that's on our homepage right now, mostly because I worked pretty hard on this yesterday. If you go to our menu right here, we have a new feature called From the Vault. And what this does is it'll take you to a couple of clips from the 90s, the early 2000s, some classic clips from News 10. We're talking when David Andrews went to Sydney, Australia for David Down Under. He went bungee jumping. He tried some of the food. We also have a feature about how the R.E. Olds family shaped Lansing and then how the town shaped them as well. And back when David Andrews went to Chicago for behind the scenes of Jeopardy, the college championship. So if you're into nostalgia, I highly suggest going over there. I'm going to be adding more to it throughout the week, and they're just really fun to watch. They really are. If you're,
Let's go back. Watch it.
I'm watching it, and especially for us, seeing like how
much
has changed, whether it's David himself, who hasn't changed really at all, but also just like the way that the production is and everything. It's really, really interesting.
So much more grainy looking.
Yeah. But we won't talk about that part. All right. Well, we'll see you again. You'll see Taylor on News 10 today at 11, and we'll be back here at the desk at 2 o'clock.
Happy Friday.